the good stuff. Guys, back with another video today, and you guys cannot see it right now, but it's so fucking yellow outside. It looks like Vietnam right now. It's just crazy. I'm here to talk to you guys with a new video. I hope you like this one. I'm gonna try, and this is something I was like thinking about a lot, and I've been trying to come up with like a way to talk about it. So before we get into it, this is Wilbert, and bro got slimed out by my dog, so Wilbert is no more. He's like leaking from the head, stuffing everywhere. I'll probably put a picture up, but anyway, oh yeah, I also gotta fix this. I gotta get like a webcam or something. I just use my phone, so you guys like looking up to me. It's weird. Like I'm looking, I don't know, it's weird. But I wanted to talk about how free are we really? How free are we? You know, we go to work, and you know we have responsibilities, and we already know this. And I'm sure you're like, yeah, bro. I like, obviously you're not really speaking anything crazy, but I was thinking like we want to have this life, right? Like we think when we get to this point, we're gonna be good. We're gonna have that 13-year-old self levels of freedom, and it sucks to say, but I don't know if we'll ever get back to that point, and that's okay. When we were kids, right, we lived life we didn't know nothing about the world. We were, you know, ignorance is bliss, right? And we didn't know anything about the world. We didn't know what a lot of stuff meant, and we were learning stuff. Everything was a first for us. Every experience was a first, so we're gonna feel it to the highest level. So at 13, 14, 15, all these feelings are new, you know? The first crush you have, the first time you fucking smoke weed. I mean, I didn't smoke weed at 14, but like the first time you maybe get a little bit of money, a summer job, you're like, wow, $600 is a lot. I think that's how much I got at a summer job, or $1,000 or something. I thought how much money that was. I was like, oh my gosh. And all these things hit us for the first time, and we're soaking it in. We're soaking all these feelings and experiences in. And as we get older, you know, 10 years go by, 20 years go by, and not a lot of stuff can hit the same. Not a lot of stuff gives us that awe factor, that gives us that dopamine rush. But I wouldn't even say dopamine rush, but I guess more of that, what I just said, the awe factor, that wow, this is like new, this is new to me, this feels nice. And I think a part of it is that we're getting older, and we're getting very used to the feelings we're feeling and the things around us. Now you're probably asking, bro, what are you talking about? So basically what I'm trying to get, I'm going to circle back to the point I was trying to make, is that we're not free. A part of the reason, number one, is because we don't have any new experiences. We don't have any new feelings. We don't have anything that makes us feel like something is new. A part of freedom is to feel maybe the air around us, to look at the trees, to look at like new landscapes, to feel like the presence of driving somewhere, going in new places. So when you're in the same like monotonous routine of work, or of sleep, eat, work, repeat, it's like nothing feels like freedom. It does not feel like you're free. It's like you're trapped in a cycle. Part of freedom is maybe to break the cycle, go for a walk this time, you know, work out in the morning instead of the night, or just work out at all, you know? We like to say we can't as well. We like to say, well, I've been trying to break my cycle, but I don't know how to. I'm too stuck in my cycle right now. I'm too stuck in work. There's not enough time. I don't have enough time. And I think that's another reason why we aren't free. We have been in our cycles for so long, and I know you guys can relate. We've been in the cycle of we wake up, we work, and then we eat, go to sleep, and it's like we can't do anything new. We can't have any new experiences. And a part of that mentality that you're feeling is what's keeping you from excelling, from breaking the cycle. And I know it sounds cliche, but it is very true. If you're thinking you can't break something, your mind, your body is gonna believe this. The words you speak do come to life in your head and in your body. You're gonna feel hopeless. Life is gonna be even worse because you make it feel even worse. You think about how you can't do anything new, you can't change anything. You know how miserable that is to feel like that? To feel like you can't do anything to change the life you have if you're unhappy, or to change the cycle you're in because there's no point. It's miserable. It's a miserable feeling. So thinking of that, obviously you're gonna be so stuck into it. It's gonna be a cycle. It's gonna be like you're going down the drain. You're not gonna feel anything of substance. You're not gonna want to change. You're not gonna want to break it. You're just gonna be like, well, this is the way life is, and you're gonna keep complaining about it, and you're gonna keep wishing something changed, or you'll start tomorrow and you never do. Another thing I wanna say as well is, number 2 is, yeah, we're not 13 anymore. We had so much time. You know, we're not. I'm trying my best to keep it together. This is the second time it stopped because of my storage. I'm trying to delete stuff. All right, what I was trying to say is, we're not 13 anymore. We're not 14 or 15 anymore, where we were coming to experience these new feelings. We're coming to experience these new things happening in our life. Everything that was going on was like our first, maybe our first kiss, our first time we lost our virginity, the first time we smoked, or whatever. I think I already talked about that, but we learned that all this stuff is new every day. It's like we have our new experiences, you know. Oh, new year in school, new point in life where it's like this is happening. You know, our life isn't so chaotic. We're going to school around people, you know, whether you hated it or not. You know, you're around you're around like 1,000 kids. It depends where you went to high school, but you're around like 1,000 kids, and you're around a bunch of people. You're around teachers, more or less, who, you know, care about the students or who want you to win. I know those experiences are different, but I mean like generally. And you know, you're on your parents or parent or guardian, or you know, people are around you, and it's like they're protecting you in this bubble. It's like you're in this bubble for 18 years, and it's like this is the outside world. And like I said, I know it's different for everyone. I know some people might have had to grow up differently than others. I myself had to go through a lot of stuff that not all other people had to, but even then, I still think fondly of my nostalgia, which is crazy to me. But you know, we were in this bubble of like, our parents are worried about it. Oh, there's people who have my back. There's people who want to make sure I win. You know, people want the youth to win. People want the youth to come up and be something, and to survive, to make it to the graduation. And then now it's like, you know, you grow up, you become 20, 21, 22, 23, whatever. And we're coming up into life, and some of us don't know what we want to do. Some of us have other responsibilities, you know, car payments, car note, or insurance, phone bill, electric, water, rent. Some of us have a kid. I'm pretty young, and there's other people around me that are young that have kids already. And all this stuff comes like to life, and it comes to the point where now no one else has our back. We don't have anyone. We only have ourselves. And now we have to make sure we're working all the time. We have to work at jobs we don't like. We have to keep working until we have money just to break through, just to pay everything and have nothing in the end. And not to mention that we have to be 100% every day. If we mess up our ankle and we can't come in, and it wasn't on the job at work, we don't get workers' comp, we have no PTO hours, then that's money you lost. And that's a couple $100 you could have made that day is what you need. So not having it could set you back for a whole month. All this stress, all these factors, it can stop us from feeling that freedom again, stopping us from feeling that happiness, because shit got real very fast, and we are no longer in the bubble. We're no longer in what kept us, you know, safe, kept us, you know, from not thinking about that stuff, making us feel alive and whole, doing stuff we loved, whether it was music, sports, writing, games, maybe a bunch of all of that. And now it's like when we actually do it, it almost feels like a guilty pleasure, or like some like wrong, like taboo, like we can't do it. You know, you go on the game for 2 hours and you're like, what the hell am I doing? Like this is not right. Or you play basketball, you're like, how is this benefiting me? It's things like that, and that's the mindset we have to shift out of. Just like with the cycles that I was mentioning before, the cycle of like, we have to break that cycle of thinking like we can't break the cycle, and that our routine, we can't break the routine. That's the thing. That's the problem. All right, I had to make sure it was still recording because I did not want to do record a fourth time. So I want this to branch to my last point of, even if we have, a bunch of $1 million, right? Whenever you guys get to that level of having like $1 million, we're successful, or we have a bunch of money or businesses or whatever you guys like are thinking of with success, traveling everywhere, have multiple businesses, whatever. Even if we have all this, would it make you happy or would it make you more stressful? I believe that there's a lot of people who, if they were in this position, would be even more stressed. Like they say, more money, more problems. When you have, instead of your Toyota Camry, your Nissan Altima, your Hyundai, you have a Porsche, you have a Hellcat, you have a SRT Striker, you have a Durango, you have like whatever cars, more payments, more money. And yeah, you have more money, but all this stuff is more money than of itself. You have, instead of a house, you have like a mansion, or you have like a bigger home. All this stuff is more expenses. So now you have to make sure you stay at that level. You're not here no more, you're over here. So now that means you have to work harder than you did before, and make sure all the stuff you built, the empire you built, stays. Because it could crumble. It could crumble tomorrow, it could crumble the next day, it could crumble in a week from now. And it's scary to think that you lose it all, right? It's scary to think that, you work so hard to get to that level, and to lose it all would be a shame. Now there's even more stress. Now it's like, I got myself out of the spot I never want to go back to. So then the stress of going back there can eat you alive. And that's my point of this whole video is, are we really free? Whether we have money or not, whether we have a job or not. Because you don't have a job, then you're like, damn, like I do want a job. Because we do need purpose. We need something to work for. We need to feel fulfillment. You have a job, it takes too much out of you. We have to switch our mentality. We have to switch the way we're thinking with this stuff. And if we had money, it might not solve a lot of our problems. Maybe it would, but maybe it would just be another factor into our stress. And that's why I want to say, my point of the video is, we have to find our freedom, and we have to settle down in the stuff that make us feel free. When you play your guitar, or when you pick up a basketball and shoot some hoops, or when you make a video like this, you play the game, right? You're not expecting anything in return. You're not expecting, like, I have to do this. There's no stress to it. It's just playing. It's just doing something. And that's the reward of it. And that's what we need more of. We have to stop picking up our guitar, playing our music, whatever. We have to stop doing all this and expecting, like, this is not going to get me money. This is not going to solve my problems. I can't do it. That's where our mentality has to shift. We have to feel more free, and we have to give nourishment to our souls and ourselves. Our soul needs to be worked out too, not just our mentality and not just our physical body. We have to work our soul as well. So just next time, just play the game, pick up your favorite energy drink or whatever, and just play the game. Just chill on the game. Just be in tune with it. I hope you guys liked the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope this video was good. I hope you guys learned something from it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. So, peace.